What's up, y'all? We're gonna be quick tonight. Only gonna be here a minute, be here an hour. Let's say it's 10:08, so 11:10. I'm out. I gotta jump right into it because we're not gonna be here all night. So let me just jump right into it. Let me just jump right into it. Here we go. Here we go.
Really do a lot for the people.
He talked about lyrics.
I don't care about none of that.
Okay.
In real life, I do a lot for the people. Miss me with the rhetoric about what I do in my music. I get money off my music. Don't tell me how to make my dollars. You gotta watch whose names you mentioning out here. You heard?
Yeah.
Because my little cousin might not like how you mention my name.
What's up, Cowardice Navi? Let me say this right. So basically what Jim Jones just said was the fact that he is making money, it automatically justifies what he's doing. This is a worldly doctrine. These rappers are working for Satan. And they're working for Satan because they don't know God. If they do know God, they're being disobedient. But to whom much is given, that much more is required. So because these rappers have the influence and the platform, they're held to a higher standard. So Jim Jones is basically saying that if I'm making money off of it, then what I'm doing is justified. Think about a person that says, if I'm making money off of it, it's justified. And if I'm making money, you can't judge what I'm doing. So in other words, the Bible says that for the love of money is the root to all evil. So based on what Jim Jones is saying, that he's admitted that he's evil. Let's start over.
The people.
He talked about lyrics.
I don't care about none of that.
Okay.
In real life, I do a lot for the people. Miss me with the rhetoric about what I do in my music. I get money off my music. Don't tell me how to make my dollars. You gotta watch whose names you mentioning out here. You heard?
Yeah.
Because my little cousin might not like how you mention my name.
And he's a coward. And he's a coward because what he just said was, I can spread death, destruction, and damnation, but as long as I give out turkeys and Pampers, think about, now these babies can't read. Let me get into it. These black children can't read. Rick Ross, Meek Mill, and Jim Jones are giving them turkeys, Pampers, and bikes. Think about this. These babies can't read. They can't write. They can't do math. And they're giving them turkeys, bikes, and Pampers. Everybody always asks, well, Blanche, what are you doing? I'm doing what everybody else is doing. Nothing. I'm doing exactly what they doing. Nothing. Well, Blanche, what are you doing to fix? Nothing. A turkey ain't solving nothing. Pampers ain't solving nothing. And bikes ain't solving nothing. If the babies can't read or write or do math, what is it going to accomplish? These men are cowards.
You heard? And then he might want to slap a dread out your head just because he don't understand that you're using my name for fame, and he don't understand that.
Yeah.
There's a certain way to go about certain things when you're using certain people's name. When you do certain things, it's a reaction for every action.
What's the best way?
It's out now. It ain't no best way to have a conversation. He got to see me when he see me now.
Okay.
You heard?
If
he got to see me when he see me because he told the truth. Listen, you all, when I say that the black man is weak, most people hear that and think, I want to be white. When I say that the black man is weak, most people hear he hates himself, he wants to be white. When I say the black man is weak, I mean it with all of the intentions I'm saying it in. The black man is weak. If you give the black man a microphone and a stage or platform, 9 times out of 10, he is going to be on that microphone and on that stage spitting out utter garbage. And you know why? It's not because he has a genetic disposition. It's not because of his DNA. It's not because of his skin color. It's because the black man has an excuse. Every day he wakes up, he's able to point the finger at somebody else and blame them for his downfalls in life. That makes him weak. No other man on the planet, Asian man can't do it. Hispanic man can't do it. White man can't do it. Jewish man can't do it. Nobody can wake up and say that my problems are somebody else's fault. The only man on the planet that gets that luxury is the black man, and it has made him weak. Jim Jones upset with a young man telling the truth about him. He's not lying on him. He's not slandering him. He's telling the truth about him. Now, the guys that had Jim Jones running through Rucker Park naked, he ain't say this about them. The guys that made Jim Jones strip down naked and run through the park, he's not saying this about them. He's saying this about Dee-1. Now, the record labels tell Jim Jones, you better make this kind of music or else. He don't talk like this to them. He don't talk like this to the Jews. He don't talk like this to the liberal whites. He don't talk like this to the boule blacks. Jim Jones is only talking like this to a young man that he knows isn't going to do anything. That makes him a coward. These record labels have been torturing black artists for years. And not ever have you seen these black artists get on a public platform and threaten these record labels. Not ever have you seen these rappers get on these public platforms and threaten these record labels who are literally taking everything from them. Have y'all ever seen a record deal? Have y'all ever seen a record contract? Do you know what they're getting paid? These artists ain't making no money off of music. These artists aren't making any money off of music. So I got a question to myself, where are they getting the money from? Because they're not getting it from the label, because the label is pimping and hoeing. Rappers being the prostitute, record labels being the pimp. The pimp will get the girl some nice shoes, get her a nice outfit, get her hair done, get her nails done, take her out to eat, but he will never, ever give her any money. And these record labels operate the same way with these rappers. They give them a nice chain, get them a nice car, get some nice clothes, get all the aesthetics, but they never, ever get any money. These rappers are cowards. They're cowards. This man told the truth about Jim Jones and he got upset. So in other words, don't say anything. This is black culture though, by the way. This is black culture. Black culture's biggest issue is accountability, because black culture is not rooted in accountability and responsibility. Black culture is not founded in God. Black culture is founded in the world. So black culture indulges in everything that the world has to offer. And who's offering this in the world is Satan. And I got another black man in here making excuses. So when I say the black man is weak, I mean what I say. And ladies, you would be very wise to listen when I tell you, if a man has an excuse, he is not fit to lead. So if that man comes to you, lady, talking about the white man doing this and this going on, do not get with him. He is going to sabotage your entire legacy. Let's continue.
Reached out.
He had the chance. He could have reached out. That avenue of talking to me is out.
That's out.
You heard? I had the same conversation with Farrakhan.
How did that go?
He summoned me for saying his name.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
If you know now what you're talking about, young man, let me school you to what you're doing. Well, yeah, it is music. So in a bit of music, you do get.
Yeah.
You do get what you get. You heard? But
you hear what he said? It is music. So when you're doing music, you know you get what you get. Why can't the black man just speak up? Why can't he speak bold? Why can't he speak boldly and say, you know what? Yeah, I make the music. I make the music. So what? I make the music about killing and selling dope. So what? Why is he so passive when he got to explain what he's doing? Because he's a coward. If you believe in what you're doing, then stand on it. If you believe in what you're doing, then stand on it. Don't get the mumble mouth. Yeah, I mean, it's music, but when it's music, you know, you got to just do, man, a coward. These people, these artists support every wicked agenda out there. They support abortion. They support the violence. They support the lack of education. These rappers, these artists support everything that is destructive to the black community, and nobody says a word. And the one woman that did, Dolores Tucker, they condemned her. Dolores Tucker said, this music is going to be a problem. And they had everybody hating Dolores Tucker because she actually cared about black people. These rappers are cowards. These men that come on my post are cowards. They're cowards. Out of all the things to be upset about, the borders wide open, out of all the things to be upset about, the borders wide open, the Great Reset is happening, they want to put stuff in your body, they want to transition your children. Out of all the stuff to be mad about, these people are mad at people like Dee-1 and me. They're cowards. They're cowards. You ain't never seen these rappers in front of an abortion clinic upset. You ain't never see these rappers talking about we're going to do a 24-hour watch to stop the violence in the hood. You ain't never seen these rappers teaching nothing about economics. You ain't seen these rappers telling other artists how not to get got. These same rappers sign artists to the same bad deals. These same rappers sign other ignorant artists to the same deals. Y'all remember that New Edition movie? In that New Edition movie, New Edition had probably the worst deal ever. Do y'all know that Michael Bivins signed his artists to the same bad deal? The black man is a coward. He doesn't stand for anything. The black man is a coward. He doesn't stand for anything. And y'all can get mad that I'm saying this. I don't care. I can prove what I'm saying. You can't prove otherwise. You can't prove the contrary. You can't prove it. All your major rap artists that are black men are doing what for the black community? Destroying. Spitting out poison every day. Let's continue.
Still in the entertainment business. But miss me with the bullshit, you heard? When you see me, keep your hand down, you heard? Where you from, New Orleans?
New Orleans.
Don't play with me like that. People from New Orleans already called me, you heard? You preacher, get out of here.
You told too.
What was that, King?
He told?
Yeah, he told.
So we ain't gonna get into that. I just
No,
want to heat him
no.
up.
Now his boy said he told. Now Dee-1's not a criminal. This is how stupid these men are. Dee-1 isn't a criminal. So if I go and tell, like if I go and tell the police, I can tell the police, I ain't doing crime with y'all. I'm against y'all doing crime. I actually care about what happens in the black community. I'm against the crime. So I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell. And I believe in the Second Amendment. I'm a tell, and I believe in the Second Amendment. Dee-1's not a criminal. So if he told, he with every right to tell. He's a law-abiding citizen. He's paying his taxes. He should tell. These men are in their 50s talking like this. These are black men, black kings, black gods in their 50s talking about somebody snitching. They're cowards. They're cowards. They would never talk to them Jews like that, ever. I said it. They would never talk to them Jews like they're talking now. They would never talk to Joe Biden how they're talking now. They would never talk to Bill Gates how they're talking now. They would never talk to Elon Musk how they're talking now. They would never talk to Klaus Schwab how they're talking now. You see the pattern? They would never talk to them people like that. $50 years old talking about somebody snitching. I'm not doing crime with you. I'm telling. And I hope it's a reward. I'm telling.
Okay.
Snap on him?
Yeah, of course.
Bass
No.
Look like he sell incense
We
all day.
got other things we could go. But listen, I'll say this.
He look like he sell chew sticks on 2/5 by the 4 train.
Come on, let's not do that. Come on.
Now they making fun of him. It's a joke. It's funny. Everybody laughing and kikiing, but the babies can't read. The babies can't. This is what I understand, right? If I'm so wrong, then why can't the babies read? If black culture is so wonderful and so great, then why can't black children read? If black culture isn't what I'm saying it is, if black culture isn't what I'm saying it is, then why can't the babies read and write and do math? Why not? Why don't any of your favorite black entertainers, favorite black leaders, why don't they ever talk about the fact that these children can't read? Why don't they care? They're mad at Dee-1. These men get on this platform upset with me, and the babies that live down the street from them and next door to them can't read. They ain't started an after school program. They ain't started a literacy program. They ain't even took out the time to even read with the babies. They just watch the illiterate babies walk by their house every day and don't say a word to them. The black man is weak. He's a coward. I said it. Y'all can get mad. I said it.
Come on, Jim.
It's cool
No,
for
but
him,
listen,
like,
what I'm saying is, I'm glad you addressed
Bro,
it.
he's not.
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
let's not even talk about him. I
Okay.
don't even know him. I
Let's
don't know
move
where he's at.
on.
I don't
But-
really care about him. He's a figment of my imagination.
Well, let me
I've
say
seen
this.
people reprimanded.
Look at Jim Jones. He's so articulate. He said a figment to my imagination. He don't even know what he's even saying. Anytime these men come on these shows, they can't never show their eyes. You know why? Because the eyes are the window to the soul. See, Jim Jones got them shades on. He don't want you to see his eyes. Because you look in the eyes, you're going to see that darkness. You're going to see what he's done. They always come on these shows and hide their eyes. I'll tell you, they're cowards. All these rappers have compromised themselves. I'm telling y'all. They didn't compromise themselves.
For less, I promise you.
Yeah,
that. Niggas will wrinkle your shirt for way less than that.
Think about what he's saying, though. If you tell the truth about me, I'm going to hurt you. So in other words, don't speak the truth.
Yeah. I will say he's been putting in work for years.
Yeah.
And he's been all over the country.
He didn't work obviously not working for him because he's using other people's name. If he was doing something from his heart, he shouldn't use nobody else's name if you've been outside doing that work.
That's
He keeps saying using somebody else's name. I want y'all to tell me right now, from a mainstream perspective, give me the black man that's nationally known and accepted by the masses that's good. Give me the most popular black men in America, and y'all tell me if they good. Let's start with Obama. Who else? Jay-Z? Who else? LeBron James? Who else? Obama, Jay-Z, LeBron. Who else? Denzel? Who else? Will Smith? Who else? The girl said my dad. We go through the list of black men. We go through the list of black men and y'all can't find no righteous ones. That's telling. Who? Don Lemon? Noah? Trevor Noah? Like, I can go down the list like who? Farrakhan? Umar Johnson? Who? Let's continue.
I don't want to go back and forth. I just want y'all to know he's done work. He does work in a different area.
All right, keep doing work. You heard?
Okay.
Leave me out of that. You heard? I promise you, leave me out of that. I'm scared for anybody that bothers me. I don't want no problem. I don't want no drama. I don't want you to mention my name because I don't want no drama. I don't want to get an attitude because you mentioned my name for no reason. I don't even want to get into that. Okay. I start glitching and shit like that. You heard? You got me very upset about this, bro. Let me know what you do besides preaching to the people, bro. You heard? When you want to do something positive and do something for the people instead of talking, holla at me, bro.
Here goes the irony in all of this. Dee-1 and Jim Jones are actually the same. That sounds crazy, right? Dee-1 and Jim Jones are actually the same. You know why? Because what Dee-1 does for the black community is par for the course with what Jim Jones does. Because the same people that control the social justice movement are the same people that control what Jim Jones is doing. That social justice movement and these rappers are one and the same. They're one and the same. They use the rappers to keep the problems going on the street level, and they use these intellectuals to keep the problems going on the political level. They're the same. They're one and the same. They're one and the same. They can't see it, but they are more alike than they're different. Let's continue.
All the major labels, make sure y'all listen to this. What happened to all the major labels who pledged millions and millions of dollars after George Floyd got killed?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh man, this is such a travesty. All right, cool. That was a PR move for them labels, because now 3 years later, them labels are back to pushing and promoting and funding the creation of murder music.
Yeah.
But as soon as George Floyd got killed, it was the proper PR move to say, we as such and such records and we as such and such records stand behind the black community. No, y'all
Hold
stand.
on. We as such and such radio station.
We as such and such
radio
Come on,
stations.
man.
We as such and such app.
Come on, man.
We the such and such.
The whole industry, bro.
Yeah,
the whole industry. So I'm in this industry, but I'm not of this industry, man. And that's a threat to people. And I'm fearless. You heard me? I'm fearless because I don't need y'all money. The real one's gonna rock with me.
So, like I said, he's from New Orleans. But like I said, again, we all know what the whole George Floyd thing was about. And what's sad is that in your walk with Christ, you got to get to a point where you want the truth. Not what's comfortable, not what's familiar, not what's easy to digest. I want the truth. And so that's going to require somebody to tell God, give me the truth. Like I said, I like Dee-1. I think he's a good person. I just think when it comes to this liberation theology doctrine and this social justice doctrine, he's a way off, because he doesn't know that the same people that he's going against are creating his movement as well, or running his movement as well. That's how BLM can do what it did. That's why they use George Floyd as a spokesperson for black people. Because all these corporations, the media, everybody was talking to George Floyd as if he represented black people. But the sad part about it is that he did. George Floyd was the voice of black people in 2020. So much to the point where now George Floyd is immortalized. And all of it was fake. It wasn't real. Play it again.
What happened to all the major labels? Make sure y'all listen to this. What happened to all the major labels who pledged millions and millions of dollars after George Floyd got killed?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh man, this is such a travesty. All right, cool. That was a PR move for them labels, because now 3 years later, them labels are back to pushing and promoting and funding the creation of murder music.
Yeah.
But as soon as George Floyd got killed, it was the proper PR move to say, we as such and such records and we as such and such records stand behind the black community. No, y'all
Wait, hold
stand.
on. We as such and such radio station.
We as such and such
radio
Come on,
stations.
man.
We as such and such app.
Come on, man.
We the such and such.
The whole industry, bro.
Yeah,
the whole industry. So I'm in this industry, but I'm not of this industry, man. And that's a threat to people. And I'm fearless. You heard me? I'm fearless because I don't need y'all money. The real one's gonna rock with me.
So the reason why they even give black people martyrs is so that they can speak to the martyr. That's why when black people had the whole world waiting on what they wanted, they picked stuff like prison reform as if most black folks were in prison. They're not. Think about that. Black people had the whole world's attention, and they focused on black people voting for Joe Biden and prison reform. Black folks didn't ask for nothing else but prison reform and Joe Biden. And so now you got Dee-1 calling out these rappers, but at the end of the day, they're all working for the same people. He's a professor at a university. I think one of his courses is the intersectionality of hip hop and something else. And he's a fellow at Harvard. All these are, he's working for Marxists. He's working for liberals, liberal whites and Jews. But guess what? So is Jim Jones. Jim Jones is working for the same people. Both of these men, Rick Ross, Meek Mill, Jim Jones, Dee-1, they're all working for the same people. And I'm not trying to condemn this young man. I'm simply saying that to whom much is given, that much more is required. And because he has a platform, because he's a worldwide known person, then it's up to him to really seek the truth, to really know what he's actually involved with, to really understand what communism is, to really understand what Marxism is, to really understand who's actually in control, to really follow the money in Harvard and see who's funding Harvard. Or he goes to Tufts University, see who's funding them, see who they're tied to. The only solution that you can give to black people is Christ. There is no other thing to give black people. There is no program. There is no initiative. The only thing you can give black people is Christ. All that other stuff is controlled by the system. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's listen to Umar when he was younger.
Children, but some of our children are so far gone that we're going to have to put some of them to sleep in order to take back the neighborhood. Some of y'all don't want to hear that because you don't live in reality. But I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep for God. I know some of us love our children, but some of our children are so far gone that we're going to have to put some of them to sleep in order to take back the neighborhood. Some of y'all don't want to hear that because you don't live in reality. But I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep for God.
So you hear what Umar is saying, right? Umar is saying that a lot of these young black men on the corner, on the streets, they beyond saving. What does that sound like? What does it sound like when a person says, we got to start exterminating people in the community to get it back right? Sound like communism, don't it? We got to get rid of all defectors. All those who oppose what we're doing, we must get rid of them. You see, most black people are already communists. Most black people are already communists. Let's continue. Excuse the profanity coming up. Excuse me.
These are new niggas on the block. Look at these motherfuckers sitting on the corner. They the new niggas. They ain't got nothing on their mind. They just came to America and they waiting on marching orders. Them niggas sitting right there on the corner. Yeah, they waiting on marching orders. Y'all niggas better wake up and be prepared for war, homie. They ain't let the borders open for nothing. They coming for us. They coming for us. These motherfuckers standing on every corner doing nothing. Look at them. I'd be ready to crack one of they motherfucking heads open. If they look at me funny, I'm gonna punish them motherfuckers. And I suggest y'all do the same before they punish y'all.
That was Big Reed. I hate that he was cursing so much, but that's Big Reed. But what Big Reed is saying is 1,000% correct. While y'all are running around here talking about rap lyrics, they're waging war against America. And all these immigrants are coming to your neighborhood. Now, remember when I said this 3 years ago, I said that the Biden administration was going to completely erase the Black struggle. And I also said that Black people were going back to slavery. And I also said that Joe Biden wasn't going to leave office. Now, the Bible says that a bad tree cannot bear good fruit, and a good tree cannot bear bad fruit. So if the struggle that Black folks claim to have had been real, then the fruits from the struggle would have been good. But the fact that the fruits from the Black struggle have been bad, it lets me know that the tree that the Black struggle came from was bad. America's being invaded, and all the while, y'all are running around here distracted, having just a good old time. Mad at Blanche, mad at Dee-1, mad at Candace Owens, mad at everybody, just upset. But all the while, these people are coming over here. These fighting age men are coming over here by the boat. It's been millions to come over here. And they ain't afraid to fight. And they ain't afraid to take up arms. You best believe if they get promised your apartment, if they get promised your condo, if they get promised your townhouse, if they get promised your mansion, you best believe they're going to knock your head off to get it. They've already promised these people what you have. Even if it's a project apartment, even if it's a low-income Section 8 housing, they promised them somewhere to stay, which is 1,000 times better than where they came from. You best believe they will knock your head off to trade places with you, Black people. The folks that claim to be so oppressed, just know there are millions of people willing to knock y'all head off to get what you have in your oppression. I don't feel sorry for you all, because that which a people soweth, that is what they shall reap. And Black people have sown these seeds of Satan, and they are going to reap the Antichrist harvest. These folks coming over to America don't care anything about you, and they won't hesitate to knock your head off, to knock your family's head off, to knock your children's heads off to get what you have, which y'all claim is nothing. They want it. See, y'all are not willing to fight for what y'all got. They are. I'm going to say it again. Y'all are not willing to fight for what you have. They are. This is why I tell Black folks to travel, so that you can look at that passport and see that your passport says American, doesn't say Black. You can't even leave the country as a Black person. You can only leave America and travel to other countries with a nationality. That is you being American. But they tricked you. Told you were Black. And they're going to trick the world too. Make them think they're Black as well. And then y'all going to wake up one day and it's going to be one person in charge and he's going to be terrorizing y'all. I have no sympathy. This is the bed that Black people have made, and you're going to lie in it. Matter of fact, if y'all didn't get this consequence, I may doubt God is real. But because I'm watching you all reaping what you sown, it even increases my faith even more. I love seeing Black people crying about immigration. It lets me know that God is real. Let's continue. Let's continue. Oh, shoot.
Here and get a stipend, link, a free room and board, free child care, and some of them are getting Social Security. And when my ancestors were released from slavery, they got the clothes on their back. But yet they were told to be happy. So why am I and everyone in this country footing the bill for people who are non-Americans, who don't vote, who don't fight in any of our wars, who never paid a tax? And we're told that if we say anything, we're xenophobic. Tell me why. Tell us all why. I want to know.
I think it's wrong. I mean, it shouldn't happen, but this is a U.S. immigration.
Transparency, that's my brother. That's my brother. We disagree, but that's my brother. I just want to say, anyway, what the sister said, I don't give a damn about no Joe Biden. So if that lady want to pass out something about that, that's her free will. Y'all can't be forcing democracy on people. She got the right, just like you got the right to say vote for Joe Biden. I got the right as somebody who represents formerly incarcerated person to say Joe Biden and Clinton 94 crime bill created that. And we haven't recovered from that. The only asylum seekers that's perpetually discriminated against in this country by everybody is formerly incarcerated people. They have 18,000 homeless ex-cons, yet they're around here talking about public safety. You don't even know what these men are. Then you let more ex-convicts in here in the name of migrants. But they want to tell you that it's this on the state, it's on the Republicans. All politics is local. In this state, don't let them fool you. From the top, from the lieutenant governor to Tony Prackwinkle, to the mayor, to the police chief, to the state's attorney, to the aldermen, to the congressperson, to the state reps, all are Black. You got 150 elected Black positions, and our communities look the way they look. And if I say something, if it's not with my brother, he just got there. They want to legislate for us without ever bringing us at the table. I did 21 years in the prison. What they gonna tell me about what we need? They ain't never spent one day in the cell. But they legislate for your nephew, cousin, and son. Furthermore, ain't no kids in here. Ain't no teenagers in here. Over 150 murdered young men from ages 16 to 24, and ain't no kids in here. That's the problem. You old people, y'all keep voting the same way, hook, line, and sinker, without ever holding them accountable. And the very babies gonna kill y'all ass. These kids are these little wolves. Hey, ain't nothing else nobody saying no more important than this. Hey, wrap your ass. Ain't nothing nobody saying more important than this. I'm tired of y'all playing games with these babies. These babies gonna start driving y'all, but they already doing it. They gonna kill you. I think y'all getting carjacked now. 60% unemployment rate for 18 to 24, and you got money for migrants. Hey, y'all, I'm telling y'all, stop letting these people run fast. It's a game being played, bro. Ain't no way. And how we got guns, how we got extended clips, 100-round drums, Glock 6, cocaine, heroin, and the weed, 99% of all dispensaries are owned by white men. Y'all got to be out y'all damn mind. We should.
Hey, they tried to rap him. He was like, no. They tried to tell him wrap it up. He was like, no. I don't know who this was. Chicago migrants Representative Jonathan Jackson holds heated town hall on Chicago migrant crisis. Again, I'm gonna just say this again. Black people, the chickens have come home to roost. So whether I tell you or whether someone else, Chad, tells you, or Teach 'em Chuck or Keisha, it really doesn't matter because it's going to happen. You don't have to worry about what we're saying. Y'all ain't got to watch the show. You ain't got to watch our content. What's going to happen is going to happen. Joe Biden already told y'all, you better get with the Hispanics because there are more Hispanics in America than Black. So you're already the second tier minority. Not to mention, you're actually behind the Hispanics in numbers, you're behind the Asians in accomplishments, and you're behind the immigrants in culture. So you're last on the totem pole. And I told you all this. I told you all that what they were telling you all was not real. It was not real. I said it was all an illusion. It was fake. You know how liberating it was for me to wake up and realize that this stuff wasn't real? You mean to tell me I'm not oppressed? You mean to tell me I'm not oppressed? You know how good that feels to wake up and not be oppressed? You mean to tell me God is real? So this guy is upset, but the Hispanics that are coming in, though, are going to help destroy this country. Well, again, all you have to blame is yourself. Everybody's card got pulled 2 years ago when they told you all that something that has a 99.8% recovery rates required you to put 4 shots in your body. So everybody's card's already been pulled. So if the Hispanics come and destroy the country, it's America's fault. If anybody comes in this country and destroys it, it's all of our faults. Y'all be arguing about voting. Y'all be arguing about politicians. Y'all be arguing about all this stupid stuff. And all while y'all arguing, people walking right across the border. Them folks in charge talking about 15-minute cities, computer chips in your brain, shots for the rest of your life. Like all the while we arguing, these folks are still making plans. So whatever happens, it's on the people. It is our fault. It's our fault. And my fault too. Because I should have been woken up. I should have been awakened. But guess what? I wanted to be in the streets.
You guys got the memo. Target closing stores down 13, Walgreens 200, Macy's 125, Starbucks 400 stores, Bath & Beyond 150 stores, Victoria's Secret 50 stores, Kohl's 27 stores, American Eagle 250 stores, GameStop 200 stores, Walmart 154 stores.
So this guy is talking about how many stores are closing. Now let me ask you all a question. If all these stores are closing, where are you going to shop? If all these stores are closing by the hundreds, where is everybody going to shop? Communism is coming, people. It's coming. Communism is coming. Let's continue.
It's getting real. We're in the midst of a recession. When stores start closing down and downside.
Guys, it's even worse than what we really thought. Bed Bath & Beyond is at 896 stores closed.
This article said 2,000, over 2,100 stores closing in America in 2023. Where are you all going to shop? Cole said Amazon, exactly, online. So what does that tell you? If they have you shopping online, now they can control what you can buy based on your behavior, i.e. social credit score. You see, the trick is you close down the physical stores. Now we can just control what you buy based on your social credit score.
Foot Locker around 545. Tuesday morning, 487. Banana Republic is closing around 50 stores. CVS 300, Walgreens 300 as well. GameStop 100 and plus, Journeys 100 and plus, Burger King more than 400. And it just, the list goes on and on. And they're not going to talk about this in the media. You don't expect this to be in the news. We just have to help out.
So basically, we have all these stores closing. Now, folks are mad at me. Folks are mad at Dee-1. Folks are mad at everybody, but they're not talking about these stores closing. They're not talking about the border being open. They're not talking about what's going on. So you got to ask yourself, what are these people really upset at? It sounds like to me, they want to have the illusion all the way to the end. You know, on the Titanic, the band kept playing to keep people calm, but it don't work. Because when the ship is sinking, the ship is sinking. So whether I say anything or not, the ship is going to sink. It ain't me. It's just going to sink. Let's continue.
Each other, we have to share this information. We have to know that we are not living the best times. And you know what? The more people want to stay blind, the more they're going to suffer. Right now is the time where either you're going to wake up and be forced to wake up or go to sleep completely, because it's just, you will not be able to be in between. Either you start getting ready for your family, you stock up on food, you start praying, you actually start going to church and opening your Bible, or else.
Yeah, so Danny said BLM and Antifa trick black folks into destroying stores in their own neighborhood. During those riots of 2020, 45% of those businesses were black. So almost half of the businesses destroyed were black. That's communism. So when I talk like this, again, you not knowing what you're supposed to know is your fault. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. You can't be speeding and say, I didn't know the speed limit. That's not how that works. You still gonna get in trouble. So you knowing what's right and what's wrong is up to you. You know what Beyonce is wearing. You know what Cardi B got on. You know who did Meg Thee Stallion's hair. So you knowing what's going on is up to you. You know what Will Smith and Jada got going on. You know what these celebrities are doing. You know all this gossip stuff. So that means you have the capabilities of knowing what's going on behind the scenes, because you're in everybody else's business. Yeah, we got to grow food.
I hope you guys got.
We got to grow food.
You finna online day chat, find a mate chat, open up the okay ass, okay yeah, profile picture looking tight chat, nice chat, got your bio reading right chat, precise chat, but before you find a date chat, you gotta wait chat, gotta go back to Nate chat, get it straight chat. Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up. Dating real life, you need to vax that thing up. Feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up. Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up. Dating real life, you need to vax that thing up. Feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up.
I know you can't stand it, no holding hands, chick. But when we get the shot, we gon' be romancing. Girl, you could be the queen after quarantine.
Imagine appealing to black people, telling black people, get the snake bite so that you can have sex with a stranger. Imagine somebody sitting at a table saying, we can get black people to get this snake bite if we tell them they'll be able to have sex with a stranger. Let's continue. Hold on.
We could meet up at the spot and we could do the thing. Internet date chat, I'm your mate chat. Download the app, shorty, you ain't gotta wait chat. I love it when you hold me, eggplant emoji. You could be the young hot thing, I'll be the OG.
Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up.
So just imagine somebody at a meeting saying, we got to get these black people to get these shots. How are we going to do it? Somebody says, well, you know, maybe we can entice them with something to eat. You know, like, you know, maybe run some specials at these local fast food restaurants to get. He's like, I don't know, man. That might not work. That might not get them. We need something that's going to really grab their attention. Maybe we can give them like free tickets to a game or something. You know, maybe that'll, I don't know, man. We need something. How about we link it to a dating app where if they get the snake bite, they can hook up with some random person on black.com. Give me more. Yeah, so basically what you do is you get some rappers to make a song telling them to get the shot so they can have sex with somebody else. That might work. And then we can like expand it and they can just start talking about sex when it comes to voting. I like it. So that's basically how they talk about it, y'all. Like y'all some kind of animals in a zoo somewhere, in a cage. That's how they talk about y'all. Just like that. Like y'all are just these primitive beings, just mindless. There's no way in the world that vax that thing up could have even been made possible if anybody in the marketing world, the entertainment industry, respected black people. There's no way you get no voting, no vucking if anybody in the political and entertainment industry respect black people. It's impossible. You couldn't even do no voting, no vucking, vax that thing up to the Asian community, to the white community, to the Hispanics, to the immigrants. That only works on the black community. Right, some free Jordans, but again, the reason why black people aren't respected isn't because of history of racism in America. Black people aren't respected because of black culture. That's why. It's not anything systemic. It's not anything about hate. It's not anything about skin color. It is the fact that the average person looks and they have to assess whether or not you are the type of person that indulges in Black culture. And oftentimes, your very appearance gives it away. And I ain't talking about skin. The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you interact in social settings determines everything. Let's continue. This girl said I was feeling myself. That's funny. That's hilarious. Oh, that's funny. Let me see. What is this right here? What is this? Okay, hold on one second. Girl, you know I ain't got no facial. I got my beard shaved. I ain't getting no facial. Tori better stop trying me, y'all. Let's continue.
White lives?
No, not in the slightest.
Yes, they're trying to censor the truth.
No.
Why not?
Black Lives Matter.
I really don't give a fuck about white lives.
We're gonna get really political. I don't want to go there.
All lives matter.
No.
All lives matter for y'all. I'm glad that brother put that out there because he started a whole bunch of conversations.
Yeah, you're hard to talk to.
Really? Why?
Because you're making me think that
This man talking about a conscious conversation, they got a mask on. This man got the nerve to talk about a conscious conversation and got a mask on. A kufi, that's a new one. A kufi with a mask on.
No. All lives matter for y'all. I'm glad that brother put that out there because he started a whole bunch of conversations.
Yeah, you're hard to talk to.
Really? Why?
Because you're making me think that all my answers are wrong.
No right or wrong answer. It's just your opinion.
This is a minute almost up.
Did you go, oh my God, when he said all lives matter?
Because, like, before you explained it, it was, like, kind of Republican.
Before you explained it, it was kind of Republican. I'm going to tell you this right now. This for everybody listening. This social justice doctrine, this racial, all this is Satan. It's just Satan. Everybody wants to live in their own little bubble and have everybody figured out. Black folks thinking everybody hates them and they don't. They really ain't thinking about them. Like, think about it from a realistic standpoint, right? Let's think about it. You can understand why people would dislike Jewish people because they control a lot of things. They're a small population, but they control a lot. So you could even understand that. Now you gotta even understand them disliking the Hispanics coming over here because they got the numbers. You can understand them disliking white people. You can understand them disliking Asian people. Asians are, outperform whites. Except you can get that. But honestly, what is the reason to hate Black people? like honestly, like we can understand why other groups are disliked, but what would be the reason to dislike Black people? I'm just asking. What would be the reason? I can't see it. Black folks have a problem with all lives mattering. It's crazy. Somebody said the crime. But my point is, Well, if it's the crime, then that's justified. Then that will be a valid reason not to like a group of people if that group of people committed the crimes. So the point I'm making is that nobody just doesn't like someone. There is a reason why, even if it's unjust hate or dislike or whatever, there is still a reason. This notion that it's just because somebody is black is BS. There is a reason behind someone not liking you. There is a tangible reason, even if it's not a good one, there's a reason. It ain't just because you're black. Okay, let me. What's this right here?
About the money that is being spent. I think that there needs to be a federal audit against the company that we have contracted out to take care of the migrants. We have nurses that are being paid $64,000 a month. We have security officers that are being paid as much as $24,000.
What's up, public wish list? Yeah, you're not alone. A lot of people think like us. Welcome aboard. This lady right here wants to audit the companies in charge of the immigrants. Now, keep in mind, this woman right here, just 3 years ago, had signs talking about vote for Biden, Harris 2020. This woman that's speaking right now, just 3 years ago, was telling you to vote for Biden and Harris and get that shot. Hold on, let me rewind it.
Needs to be a federal audit against the company that we have contracted out to take care of the migrants. We have nurses that are being paid $64,000 a month. We have security officers that are being paid as much as $24,000 a month.
Wait a minute. Whoa. It's some nurses making $64,000 a month and security officers making $24,000 a month to work with the migrants. Man, sign me up. Sign me up. If I can make $24,000 a month, I'll make sure all y'all get about the neighborhood. I'll get rid of every last one of y'all Negroes for $24,000 a month. You better believe that. I'll get y'all up out of there. Where do I sign up? $64,000 a month. I'll get y'all Negroes up out of there. I'll put cases on all y'all. What Denzel said, y'all will be in Pelican Bay. $64,000 a month to work with the immigrants and get y'all up out of there? Sign me up. Sign me up. Let's continue.
We have home health care workers that are being paid up to $17,000 a month. You don't think
home health care workers making $17,000 a month? You mean I can make that money in the house, taking care? Sign, I will get rid of y'all Negroes in a heartbeat. This woman said $64,000, $24,000, $17,000 a month to terrorize y'all in the black community. Sign me up, please. Let's continue.
Think that Chicagoans could have benefited from that? We have citizens in this city that have been on the waiting list for affordable housing for years, and migrants have been bumped in front of them. We have people who have been given up to $9,000 a month for housing assistance.
Hold up. I can get $9,000 a month for. Imagine these people cut you a check for $9,000 a month so you can stay somewhere. If it means getting rid of y'all out of the black community, sign me up. $9,000 a month for a housing voucher, sign me up. I will use the money to get 2 spots and then just rent them out. Sign me up. Let's continue. Yeah, they cutting the check. They cutting checks. I need some of this money, y'all. Listen, y'all, we got to find out where these jobs are. If I got to fly to Chicago and get rid of these Negroes, I will do it. You know, I'll do it, y'all. I'll do it. She done named 64,000, 24,000, 17,000, and 9,000 for doing basically nothing. 9,000 a month housing voucher. Boy, listen.
That amount of money can be life-changing for some families here in the city of Chicago. We are not anti-migrant. We do sympathize with them. But what I am is I am pro-black. I am for my people who have been mistreated, who have been marginalized, who have been disrespected. And it is disrespectful for people to expect us to give up our parks and our schools and places in our community for others. We're not saying that there's not room.
Look at these folks behind her back with their fists up. Y'all should grab this lady to the side and say, where are these jobs posted? They in the back of her with their fists up with no money, and she just named off 4 career choices. One of them, you ain't even got to work. 9,000 a month for housing assistance. 9 racks a month. I swear I would get 2 places, maybe even 3, and just rent them out. At the end of the day, though, this is what these people ask for. Now they behind her with their fist up, but just 3 years ago, they had their fists up for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Now they got their fists up to get the migrants up out of there. I won't let y'all do it. Those migrants deserve to be in the black community because black people voted for them to be there. You can't renege on the deal now.
Here, but what we are saying is that we are not going to step aside for you to accommodate them when you have continued to leave us out of the equation. So I'm not just talking to Brandon Johnson right now. I'm talking to Governor Pritzker, and I'm talking to President Biden. And I want you to understand that as we run into this upcoming political year, where the Democratic Party is on the menu, hear me. People of Chicago, of Illinois, and of the United States, it is time for us as black people to stop voting party. It is time for us to stop voting color. It is time for us to start voting our self-interest. And if the Democrats in the city of Chicago, the state of Illinois, and the country of USA refuses to listen to us, then it is time for us to start looking at other alternatives. People,
man, y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna do. Do y'all think these folks gonna stand up to Joe Biden? You know what's gonna be funny? It's gonna be real funny. What's going to be real funny when Joe Biden get on TV and say that y'all ain't having no election. Now, y'all told me my whole life we died for the right to vote. But when Joe Biden gets on TV and say we're not going to have an election, what y'all going to say then? Y'all not going to protest. Y'all not going to riot. You aren't going to loot. You ain't going to march. Y'all said my whole life that we died for the right to vote. But when Joe Biden gets on TV and says no elections, y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Telling Joe Biden, if you don't meet our demands, we going elsewhere. I know y'all full of BS because y'all's really about it. Y'all would tell him right now, we ain't voting for you. If y'all was really about it, y'all would say right now, we ain't voting for you. Because if what Joe Biden has done these past 3 years ain't been enough to make y'all say we done, nothing will be. Think about it. Think about the last 3 years, and y'all still giving Joe Biden a chance. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Black folks ain't going nowhere. You mean to tell me these last 3 years haven't convinced you? Like these last 3 years haven't made y'all say we done? Y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all gonna be voting for Biden and Kamala Harris. And don't let them sweeten that deal up and throw in Big Mike. Don't let them throw in Big Mike. Sweeten the deal up. Stop, man. Talking about y'all gonna do something in the last 3 years ain't phased y'all to make y'all say we done. Her speech should have been, we ain't voting for y'all, period. We don't care what y'all do. Let's continue.
We are looking at other alternatives. We will not step aside and continue to be mistreated. We will not continue to be disrespected. I'm looking at people who are coming here from another country, given work visas, given social security cards. Nobody is asking them what walk of life that they come from. You don't think that our brothers who have been in prison, who have come out and who have changed their lives will benefit for the same opportunities that we're giving these migrants? And I'm not saying that they don't deserve those opportunities, but what I am saying is we deserve them first. What I am saying is you can't continue to put us on the back burner and think that we're going to continue to be okay with it. We've done that for long enough. And what we're saying here today is that it's no longer acceptable. We're saying to our city,
now, why is the woman speaking and the man not speaking? Why? They ain't going nowhere. Why is the man not in front of this microphone speaking? Blanche, you sound sexist. I don't sound sexist. Why is a man not talking about we ain't voting for Joe Biden? Why is the woman giving out demand? That's the problem with the black community, that the women run it. That's the issue. That's the problem. And when push comes to shove, this woman right here is not going to be able to say no to Big Mike. You know it and I know it. If Big Mike get up in there with her wide back, nobody going to be able to resist her. Black folks will be powerless if Big Mike run for president. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. So again, they ain't serious at all.
Saying to our governor that you're not going to continue to set monies aside for people who don't live here and disrespect, mistreat, and forget about us. You've forgotten about us. You have treated us as if we don't matter. And we're saying to you, you're not going to continue to do this. We're saying to you to see us. You're dumping people into our communities who are going to...
They are not dumping anyone into your community. You all voted and said, we want those people in our community. Y'all keep leaving that part out. Dear black people, everything that's happening to you all have been voting for this for years, and you got what you asked for. Kamala Harris told you, when people vote, they vote for what they want. And in this case, you got what you asked for. She told y'all that and she laughed. I went a bit off script. She told you. So, dear black people, you all asked for this. I don't feel sorry. I just want one of them jobs. That's all I want. I want one of them career choices in that money a month. And if it means getting y'all up out of there, your community, then so be it. I'll be on the front lines getting y'all up out of there. 24,000 a month, I'm gonna get y'all up out of there. Believe me, y'all gone. Let's continue.
At some point, move us out of the way. And what I say to you, if you want a glimpse into what's going to happen, look at how people of color are being treated in Venezuela right now.
Now, I have Kim Roberts on here, and she's from California, and so she knows that the immigrants already are the new blacks in California. They've been that way. It's been that way for she right for years. So now the rest of these liberal states are going to experience what the folks in California have been experiencing. Good luck. Good luck. Hope y'all can do it. Good luck. because these folks is coming across the border and they're going to take over. Because one thing they got that y'all don't have is they're going to stick together. They have to. What they got going for them is culture. Y'all can't even unify, keep these folks out of y'all neighborhoods. Y'all can't even come together to keep these folks out of y'all neighborhood. It's over. And if they offer me a job, I'm going to be on the front line saying, yeah, get them up out of here.
We seem to forget that Venezuela was one of the first places that had African slaves that they were taken to.
Yeah.
We're forgetting about that.
Yeah.
And so we're forgetting that there are blacks in Venezuela who are being treated the same way we are. And so for us to
how are y'all being treated bad if y'all was given an option of what you're experiencing? The people came to you and said, do you want immigrants in your city? Yes or no? You all said yes. Like, how are y'all being treated bad if people are obliging you? You all said, we're going to vote for police reform. You all said, we're going to vote for abortion. You all said, we're going to vote for the transgender. Like, y'all voted for this. They gave black people a choice, and black people chose foolishness. Tori says, you can't arrest someone who has no ID, no identity. I live 15 minutes from Mexico. We have houses of illegals here with no ID. I know. I think she's in San Diego. I know. I know. Chuck said, imagine crying because you're no longer the #1 government dependent group. This is insane to me. Well, what the funny part is that they do all this crying and talking, but they're not gonna do nothing anyway, though. They're gonna vote for him again. Like black, listen. If black folks were saying we ain't voting for them no matter what, then I would kind of believe them. But they not. They saying if y'all don't do this, we ain't voting. They said the same thing last time. Remember Puff Daddy Cat got on TV and said, the black vote, if you don't give us what we want, we holding the black vote hostage. Then in the next breath, he talking about vote for Joe Biden. Come on, stop.
expect that they're going to come here and be put into our society and treat us differently is a pipe dream.
Well, let me say this. God is good. Amen. And what black people are going through is divine. If I had it my way, the immigrants would come over and push black people out of their comfort zone. In the perfect world, the immigrants would push black people out of these cities and force them to make a drastic change. Force them to make a cultural shift by force. In the perfect world. But nevertheless, God is good. And what these black folks are going through lets me know that God is real. So when I see black folks crying on TV about the immigrants taking over, about not being the #1 minority group in America, it makes me say amen. It makes me want to go to church and leave a big offering when I see black folks crying about the immigrants taking over. When it comes to these rappers are working for Satan. Most of these rappers have had to compromise themselves, get on the casting couch, get drilled, lay down, be a boy toy or toy for these music execs, these record label owners. They get passed around, tossed around. These rappers ain't gonna tell you that. They ain't gonna tell you how they getting that Hershey Highway turned into the Autobahn. Wait a minute, that's crazy. They turned these rappers Hershey Highway into the Autobahn. So they're not going to tell you that. They're going to get on TV and be hard and tough. And at the end of the day, they're getting drilled. And they're getting drilled by some shriveled up, old, unassuming looking man having his way with them. Anyway, but these rappers are cowards. And they're disgusting. And Dee-1 is right about what he said, but the path he's taken as far as outside of the music, he's on the same communist Marxist train that they're on. So at the end of the day, they're all in the same, what's on the train, a cab? They're all in the same cab or cart or box car, whatever they call on the train. They all on the same section of the train riding together. And the folks pulling the horn, driving the train, the conductors, are the Marxists, the communists, the atheists, all of them. Anyway, I love y'all. And just remember, y'all can't see Tori's comments on here, but she was talking crazy this whole time. Y'all can't see these comments. But anyway, no, Dee-1 isn't with these rappers. I'm saying that Dee-1, what he does outside of the music lines up with the Marxist agenda. He's working for the same people. It's the same liberal whites and Jews, communist whites and Jews that he's working for. He said he's a fellow at Harvard, professor at Tufts University. Like, he does all this. I'm telling you, it's all the people that run that is all Marxists and communists. It's just they use that black struggle as a buy-in. And guess what, black people? Y'all ain't struggling. Black folks, y'all ain't struggling. Ain't nobody bothering y'all. Y'all are spoiled and you're narcissistic. That's the problem. Anyway, y'all, I love y'all. I thank y'all so much for tuning in. And I will see you all tomorrow on Cutting Through the Culture. On Cutting Through the Culture. We have a great show lined up for you all tomorrow with Chad Jackson, Teach 'em Chuck, and Keisha King. Anyway, she ain't flirting. She's making crazy jokes. Y'all can't see the jokes. She ain't flirting. She's making jokes. She's talking crazy. It's comedy hour when she getting these comments. But anyway, I love y'all and I thank y'all so much. And in the words of our beloved brother, Mr. Umar Johnson.
Children, but some of our children are so far gone that we're going to have to put some of them to sleep in order to take back the neighborhood. Some of y'all don't want to hear that because you don't live in reality. But I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep for good.
Listen, I love y'all. Hold on before I go. Will, thank you for the super sticker. Blanche, you're so good at explaining things in a way the common man can understand. I love your contribution to Cutting Through the Culture. Fight the good fight. Thank you so much, Will. Cruise Missile, thank you so much for the super sticker. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and supporting me. Thank you, everybody on the chat. Goddess Navi, Pam, Baby for Life, Shine Carter, Ascending Faith, Adonis Freeman, all of y'all. Danny, I thank y'all so much for tuning in. Nas, Instagram, I thank y'all. Tori, who else? Tanya, Tori, all y'all. I thank y'all so much. Anyway, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I want y'all to have a blessed evening and a good night. Thank you.